everyone, so today I'm going to be doing another get ready with me video. You guys seem to like the last one that I did, so I thought I would do another get ready with me. So if you guys do like these videos, then definitely it really helps me if you give me thumbs ups and comments and things like that, especially because, you know, I want to make videos that you guys like. So if you're not interested in the videos I'm making, then it's no good for anyone. So definitely let me know if you guys do like these videos. So I am like extra rough today. It's actually kind of a really sad day for me. I guess I'll just talk about it as I get ready. So the first product I'm going to try is the Peripera Blur Pong Peach Milk Blur. This one is the peach colored one that came in the little trio set that I showed in my last Rose haul video, or Rose Shop haul. So today's kind of like a little bit of a sad day for me. I've already like been crying all morning. And it's sad because we have to put one of my cats down, which I know a lot of people kind of like, I don't know, there's some people who are just, they don't like animals, they don't get why people get attached to animals, and I guess I can kind of understand that from some point of view, but I'm definitely one of those people that like really gets attached to my pets. And so yeah, we have to put him down today. It's really kind of sad. I've already kind of cried out all my emotions and everything, but it's always sad when you have to put down a pet. So I know there's a lot of people that just don't get it, you know, but I really do care about my pets and things like that. So it was kind of really sad. My mom and I were like crying this morning. So since I'm going to try out some more new products, these are like the newest things that I got. I think I'm going to do like a buy or buy video talking about these, but I definitely haven't used them enough yet to make that decision. So this is it's from Mimi Box, and it's called the I'm Cushion Corrector. They have 4 different colors of these. I think they're called like the Macaron correctors, which are very cute. And it's my very first like real like face cushion product. So what it looks like is this. It's just a mint green colored one. It comes with this little sponge that you can use to apply it. And so I'm gonna try this again. I used this the other day and I haven't really come up with what I think about it yet. So since I've been crying and I'm all red and splotchy, I'm going to just apply some of this. I'll do one side at a time and see if it makes a difference, because when I tried this the other day, it seemed to be just really like extra subtle, and I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing, or like I don't know, but this is like the very first like true like face kind of cushion product I've tried, so you know, I don't really have anything to compare it to. So it's hard for me to tell, like, you know, is it a good cushion product when it's the very first one I've tried. So I definitely think I get a little bit more color if I like press it with my finger rather than the actual like little sponge. I don't know, something to test out. But I'm gonna go ahead and apply some over here. But yeah, so we had to put my cat down today. My mom's actually taking him right now. I just couldn't go. Like I said, it's always really tough whenever, you know, you have a pet that, you know that it's time to go and stuff like that. So I'm just a little low energy, little down today. I think he might have like some sort of feline cancer. Don't really know, but he's been getting really skinny, and you know, his stomach is swelling, and it could be a few things, but we're pretty sure it's not good because my aunt is a vet, so we asked her and she's like, yeah, that's not looking good. So I'm pretty convinced, you know, they're at the vet right now, you know, seeing, you know, in case it is something like worms, but I've already kind of like prepared myself for like worst case scenario. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna like stop talking about sad things because I don't want my videos to be sad or make people sad, but that's just kind of like why I'm a little bit down today. So next for my foundation, I'm gonna go back to one I haven't used in just a little bit just because I've been trying new things, but still a good one that I really like. This is the Base Maker by Apew, and this one is in the color Vanilla Beige. I keep going back and forth between using my oval brush and using my Real Technique sponge. It just kind of depends on what I feel like using that day. The one thing that I really like about the oval brush is I feel like it blends really nicely, and I feel like it kind of retains some of the coverage of the foundation more. Like whenever I use like the sponges and things, I feel like it's really easy to blend with these, but it does kind of sheer out the foundation a bit more. Like it kind of, you know, shears it out, and I end up usually having to use more product. So whenever I go back to using, you know, this brush, I always end up using way too much foundation, just because I'm used to using a bit more with these types of sponges and things, because they tend to, even like when they are wet, they do kind of shear out and tend to absorb a little bit of product. So yeah, it just kind of depends on what I feel like using. So the next thing I'm going to use, this is one of the little samples that I had from my last order. I actually ended up opening one sample already, and there was so much product in it, there was no way I could have used it all in one go. So the product is the Big Cover Concealer BB Cream by Etude House. So this is what the sample looks like. Like I said, I already opened one and used a bit of it, and I didn't want to waste it, so I put it in this little like container to use over and over, because I mean honestly I feel like I could get like 5 uses out of one of those little foil packets, which is like good but kind of bad in the same way, because it's like I don't prefer like putting stuff in these kind of jars or anything. I mean, it's not great, but I definitely don't want to like, you know, waste the product or anything. So yeah, so that's what I'm using for concealer. I'm trying to see what I think about it. So next I'm going to use my Profusion contour palette, and I'm going to use that lightest color to contour my cheeks. So let's see, what else can I talk about? It's like I always have like these ideas that I want to talk about, and then I forget when I'm actually like filming a video. Let's see, one thing I have been super in love with lately is K-pop related. BTS, they came out with their repackaged album, Wings You Never Walk Alone, and the new music video came out for Spring Day. Love it. It was so good. I was like up streaming it all day, and I loved it. I feel like they broke like a lot of records and stuff, so I'm super obsessed with BTS. I haven't really talked about it a whole lot on my channel. I used to talk about it in my plan with me's, but my last few plan with me's, it has just not been working out that I was able to like actually sit down and like record like a topic or like me discussing things. So unfortunately they have been a lot of like, you know, just set to music and kind of sped up and stuff, which is not ideal because I do like, you know, talking about things, but it's just the last few weeks it's just been that kind of situation where the timing isn't right, you know, and I just literally can't, and it's a lot easier to just film me actually putting all the stickers down instead of like talking it through, because it takes too long and it's hard to edit and stuff like that. So hopefully I will be doing like my regular plan with me videos, and they're definitely one of those videos that I know a lot of people don't really, definitely a lot of people don't watch, which is fine, because, you know, it's kind of one of those things that I like to do. And I feel like with everyone's YouTube channel, they have to find like a balance between creating the videos that they like to create and creating the videos that people want to see, which a lot of the time is not the same thing, which is okay because obviously, you know, different people like different things. And to be, I guess, a successful YouTuber, it's important, you know, to do what your audience wants, I guess, to an extent, is kind of like my philosophy. Of course, you want to create videos that your audience will like, but you also have to create videos that you want to create, because whenever you're making videos and it's really forced, I think it's very obvious and very disingenuous. But at the same time, I also think that, you know, YouTube's not that serious for a lot of people, but I mean, for some people it really is, you know, their main job. And, you know, I always hate when people say things like, you know, YouTube's not a real job. It's like, well, for some people it probably is more than a real job. So it's all relative and it's all perspective, I guess. So next I'm going to use my Urban Decay primer potion to prime my eyes. Oh, I love my nails how I have them done at the moment. It's just kind of like, I don't know if you'll be able to see, it's kind of like a baby pink to gold glitter ombre that I did. Oh, I love it. It turned out so cute. I have been so about gel nails for the past, like, I would say almost 3 months now. And I've never been a person to like long nails. Like, these are super, super long for me. But unfortunately, I had to cut my thumbnail because it like cracked all the way through at the base of my nail. So I had to sacrifice my thumbnail. So now it looks really funny every time I see my fingers. I got this like teeny tiny stub of like, I swear, it looks like a 5-year-old's thumb. And then I have like these pretty long nails. It's extra. So for the eyeshadow today, I think we're going to use a palette I haven't used in a little bit. So this is the Merry Macarons from Too Faced. This is part of their holiday collection. So let's see. I don't really feel like doing anything like extra crazy today. So I think I'm gonna go with the color, let's see, let's do Dulce de Leche. We'll put that in the crease. Like I said, I've already kind of like cried my eyes out this morning, and you know, it's always sad. Again, not to like bring up all the sad stuff again, but, and surprisingly, you know, I've had pets all my life, but this is like the first pet that I've had that like, has kind of like, I've had to like put down or anything like that. I've never had to really put down a pet before. One of my little dogs, she is actually so old. She is like, she's an actual antique. She's probably gonna have to be put down soon as well, which is really sad because I have had her since I was 5 years old, and I am 23 now, so you can do the math. That's like what, 17 years? She is literally 17 years old, and she's just the best dog in the world. I love her so much, and I'm gonna be truly devastated when her time comes, which I know is coming up soon, which is really sad to lose my cat and my dog at the same time. But you know, that's just kind of how life goes, and she has lived a very long life and very happy. She's so old, she's almost completely blind now. You know, she's got, you know, the dog cataracts and stuff like that, so I'm just mentally preparing myself for that as well. But my cat that we are putting down, you know, it was really funny because all my pets that I've pretty much ever had, we've never like gone, you know, and said, hey, let's go get a dog today, or, you know, let's go get a cat or something. You know, all my pets that have ever come to me, with the exception of my little dog that we'll have to put down soon, Snickers, you know, with all my other pets with the exception of her, they've all come to us as strays, and you know, or they've like found us in some way. Like, we've never really said, let's go get a pet today. They've always just showed up and never left. So next I'm going to use the color Banana Cream. It's just kind of like a really typical kind of bronzy gold color. And I have this thing where I have named like all my dogs kind of like after like food kind of related things. So I have my dog Snickers that I named when I was 5, and then I have Chippy, and he actually got his name because he was a stray dog and he was walking around and he had a Doritos chip bag stuck on his head and he couldn't see where he was going, and my dad saw him and saved him, and we decided to keep him. And so I've had him for about, I think about 8 years now, which is actually like crazy to think about. So I usually name my dogs after like food related things, and then all my cats I name after like kind of like old men names, just because all the cats that I've had were boys. So I have Marvin, well, had Marvin, and it was funny, my dad actually kind of named him as well, because he was like the stray cat that came up to us, or came up to our house, and he would just never leave, and he would always meow really loud, And so my dad always called him Starvin' Marvin. And so my dad always called him Starvin' Marvin, and so that name just kind of stuck with him just because he was, you know, always begging for food, so we took him in, and he's been here ever since. And then, let's see, about 5 years ago, actually it was right before we were going on a vacation, another cat just kind of like randomly showed up at our house and never really decided to leave, and that cat's name is Wally, and then I just kind of like made his name Walter to fit the old man theme. Let's see, it was actually not last September 11th, but the September 11th before it. My sister-in-law actually was having her like bridal photo shoot that day, and whenever we came home, my brother, he was like at my house, and he like just found this little baby kitten sitting on our fence, and that's the cat that I named Poe, and I named him that after Edgar Allan Poe. So his real name is Edgar, but he goes by Poe, and that is the little black cat that I have now. Now I'm gonna use my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. You know, and to be honest, I'm actually a little surprised at how upset I was, you know, about my cat Marvin, which sounds kind of bad, but what I mean is that, you know, I was never super close to Marvin. It sounds so funny when you like talk about like a cat when they're like a human or anything, but it was just, I don't know, he was always a super grumpy cat. He never liked to be, you know, touched or cuddled or anything like that. And I think he must have had like a previous family, because whenever he came to us, he was not, he wasn't a kitten. He was like a full-grown cat, so he's quite old as well, because we've had him for almost 10 years now. But he must have had a family before, because whenever he came to us, he didn't have any claws. He had already been like declawed, which in my personal opinion, I would never do to a cat. You know, I think that's just, I would never ever have any of my cats declawed. And I honestly think that because he didn't have any claws, that was one reason why he was such a grumpy, like guarded, like really skittish kind of cat, because he wasn't able to really defend himself in a lot of things. So I think that's like mainly one of the reasons why he was such an aggressive cat, because like he, you know, didn't have a way to defend himself, and I honestly think that it definitely stems from like having his claws removed. So yeah, that's just a little bit of about my, I guess my pet history, in case you guys care or interested. So yeah, that's kind of just why I'm a little bit down today. So like I'd mentioned, I was a little surprised at how, honestly, like how upset I was. I was like ugly crying and, you know, all of that, which I guess if you're not an animal lover, then you're kind of like, wow, you're crazy. But, you know, I know a lot of people love their pets just like another family member. So I was definitely a little bit surprised at myself at, you know, how upset I was. But as long as he's no longer suffering or, you know, anything like that, then that's what's important. So that's pretty much it for my eyes, and then finally for my lips, I'm going to be testing out another one of the Labiotte Chateau wine lip tints. This one is in the color Red 2. So I will definitely have a video talking about these soon. So that is pretty much it for the look, and sorry that this video was a little bit of a kind of a down topic. I don't really talk about a whole lot of like personal things or anything on my channel, but I don't know, I was just kind of feeling it at the moment, and yeah, so sorry for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what kind of videos you guys are interested. If you like these Get Ready With Me kind of like longer talky kind of videos, or if you want to see other types of videos, it would really help me if you guys give me some suggestions, or just even general videos that you guys like to watch. That would be really helpful. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.